we can work around the cat. I guess you've seen these. You buy them at the Dollar Tree, and I've already used mine only once, and I'm like, I wished I'd have bought more than one pack, but then I was like, no, I think I can make these so that I can use them. Alrighty, let's get started on making some of these. Okay, the first thing that I noticed is how dirty. This is some kind of a fuzzy stuff. I wonder if I want to check something. Alrighty. This thing is not a Velcro. And it will probably end up coming off really easy. But we got Velcro right here and right here. And I like the way this pad is, but I don't have any of this material. So we're going to need Velcro that you don't have, it's not got the sticky on it. Okay, no sticky. Because we want to sew it down. Here I'm looking at things totally different. And I want where I can sew it down on it. Wish I had some of that material, but we got Velcro right here, which that's good. So we're only going to need one side of the Velcro. Alright, let's see if I can put that down there. And we'll take this off. Let's see what side we're going to need. We're going to need the fuzzy side of the Velcro. So, that'll take care of one. Alright, I have this ruler, which will work just fine. So we're going to use this ruler, and we're going to make a couple of these nasty things. Yeah, it needs to be washed. It's the same, looks like the same color. But, anyway, let's see what we can do about getting this garbage off. And I am going to want some fiber feel, which I'm hoping that this will be, that'll work. Alright, so, let me find the widest edge of it. Oh, we got a hole in that one. So we're going to go past that. Oh, come on. You're sticking to the Velcro and you're not helping none. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that'll right there work. I'm going to open that end up. Okay. There we go. Oh God, that didn't work. Alright. Now this will not only give it a little bit of padding, but it will also suck up some water as we're doing it. Okay, you can stay. So there's me two. I hope I got something else so I can make another one out of. So I'll have me 2 or 3 of them. Alright. I'm going to gonna use my grip, because that will help.
Telling the Sabe that this is frightening and distressing to the humans and to please stop has achieved the desired result, and the Sabe simply stop. They're described by Owlman as being like an autistic person. Some of the character traits of autism are, number one, extremely literal black and white thinking. Subtlety. Innuendo. Go right over their heads. You must tell them exactly what you want, short, sweet, to the point. Number two, obsessive compulsive behavior. They get fixated on people, places, and things. If you have made contact, it may be hard to break that connection. This also translates to group or clan loyalty. Be assured, a Sabe will almost never be alone. You see one and there is most likely two more in hiding. Shoot one without a real threat and you will have a real problem on your hands. I full on agree with that one. Number three, expressing emotions differently than humans. They do have emotions. I believe they love their mates, offspring, and clan members, but they may demonstrate and prioritize them differently than us. Number four, low frustration tolerance. Very short fuses, tend to have meltdowns and tantrums when pushed beyond their comfort zone. Accounts of benevolent Sabe. I've read many accounts of Sabe saving and helping humans, carrying injured humans out of the wilderness to human help, returning lost children, defending humans against predators, etc. I've personally experienced the presence of demonic beings. I can assure you they will never act out of compassion to another living thing for any reason. The following two short accounts stand out in my mind. I recounted the details of these accounts to the best of my recollection. A man, his wife, and infant daughter had gone out of state to visit the in-laws. Dad one car, wife, baby in another. On the way home, a bad storm hit. Tornado strength, winds, and rain. The wife with the baby in the back seat, infant bed, before a daze of car seats, were hit by winds strong enough to flip the car into a rain-swollen ditch. The dad was following but stopped when a tree fell across the road, blocking him. Mom managed to claw her way out of the upside-down submerged car and immediately tried to reach her baby but couldn't. In the sheets of rain and wind, a huge 7-foot-plus hairy figure appeared to the rear of the car. The giant, a female, viewed the situation for a moment as the mother wailed and clawed at the car, door jammed and baby out of reach. It seemed to know that the mother was screaming, my baby, and leapt into action. With long, massive, hairy arm, it reached into the back seat, sweeping the water by, and fairly quickly brought the baby out. Its tiny form swamped by the massive hand and completely limp and lifeless, lips blue, skin a waxy white. It looked at the infant for a moment, her face and eyes softening. It took a huge index finger and gently compressed the tiny chest a few times. Small geysers of chocolatey water sputtered out of the baby's mouth. The gurgled, then coughed, and finally wailed.
Alrighty, I thought I had more Velcro than this, but I don't. So, and I don't want to use that sticky because it tears your sewing machine up. So, I think what I'm going to do is cut it down into 4s on this one to go here, and I hope it will work, or else I can put the sticky on and just try to keep it on there, I guess. Make one for now and do another one later. That's the only thing I see. Okay, so let's sew this right here on like a 1/2 inch in, and we're going to sew them down.
The giantess smiled slightly and handed the baby back to the now speechless, astonished mother. The hairy female put her hands on her hips, arched her back, face to a now calmer sky as if saying, "This is a good day," and as quickly as she appeared, she disappeared into the tree line, where the human mother then heard many voices, joyous and in chorus, whooping and yelling. Dad had frantically struggled to get his car around, or over the downed tree and had witnessed much of what happened from a distance. Those are sane, intelligent people. The little girl survived, sustaining mild physical deficits from oxygen lack, but mentally was okay. She graduated from vet school and became a primatologist. Every year, the family leaves a big basket of fruits for the forest people as thanks. They are not Sasquatch fanatics and never became researchers. They were knowers of the very deepest kind. I've read many stories. Okay, I had to move into the shop. It's freezing cold by the hay and the cold air is coming through, and I think that's why the camera keeps shutting off. So I got the camera sitting in the sun, and I'm in the shade right here. I'll get this rest of the share out more smoothly, I hope. They were knowers of the deepest kind. I've read many stories like this. One female Sasquatch, a member of a long-term clan on a deep southern farm, raced to the rescue of a little boy, grandson of the farm owner, that had barely managed to get up a small, spindly tree to escape the giant and viciously charging Brahma bull the farmer kept for breeding. That female sprinted towards that bull in unbelievable speed, came around it, and with one massive punch to the head, so powerful it spun that 1,000-pound bull 360 degrees and killed it on the spot. She then carefully lifted the petrified little child out of the now almost horizontal and bull-battered tree, his whole bottom fitting in her hand, and she gently put him on the ground. She then patted him on the butt, pushing him towards his grandfather, who was frantically racing across the field in his old truck. Then she vanished in the tree line. The farmer had a mutually respectful relationship with these beings for decades. Now you tell me all these creatures are demons? So to sum it all up, Sabe are sentient beings. They are not animals. They're also not humans, but are a type of people. They have a will. They can choose to be good or evil. You must use your discernment, that internal, God-given, built-in barometer, or instinct, or intuition, or sixth sense, or your gut feeling, or whatever you want to call it. We all have it. Listen to it. By the way, hair turning to a wire and standing up on your arms and neck is identical to neurophysiology, to the hackles raised in a dog's back when alarmed. As a person who used to experience savage panic attacks, I am 100% convinced, based on the deceptions and terror described by even the seasoned war zone combatants, that this is identical to panic attacks. For the uninitiated, and in comparison, garden variety fear and anxiety is to a panic attack as a paper cut is to a slit carotid artery. It is a feeling of abject terror, so powerful you feel as if you're either about to die or go insane. It sweeps over you like a tidal wave of black, sinister ooze and can paralyze you physically and suck the breath right out of your lungs. So, if you're in the woods and you feel uneasy, and before you completely freak out, try this. First, stand in your own authority as a sovereign being. If you're a spiritual, wrap yourself in the divine protection. I personally call upon Christ, who has never failed me. Sometimes I think that maybe there is a universal law on this planet that humans are not to be harmed, that most, not all, cryptids obey. If not, then just calmly stand in your own confidence and strength and right to be there. Send out the mental intention to these beings that you are not there to harm or find them. Give it a moment. If you're still getting pummeled with feelings of terror and hostility, then move your butt and leave quickly. But you may be surprised. If your intent is truly one of peace and harmlessness, you may get a return feeling of calmness, or even relief. The Sabe now know you are not there to hurt or hunt them, or their little ones, and may peacefully allow you to go on about your business. This is done silently in your mind, and none of your buddies ever need to know, so there is no risk of ridicule. What do you have to lose? Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time to email us. Lauren, we are very, very appreciative of you and your wisdom and your experience, especially overcoming your panic attacks. That's some strength right there, and not giving up. A lot to think about there, isn't it? A lot of common sense. A lot mentioned that has been mentioned in the past, previous.
You know, the Velcro and the fiber feel works. Look at that. That. Oh man. Check it out. That is so. I mean, I was looking for material or something that would work. Well, I've done got this far, made my mistakes, and all that other good stuff. So, let's see if we can't continue on.
Honestly, wouldn't you like to? I'm a 66-year-old grandma, retired RN of decades, and nearly lifelong resident of Oregon. I'm not a hunter, but have spent many days and nights in the woods. Although I've never had a full frontal visual sighting of these beings, I have experiences in the woods I can't otherwise explain. I'm not a genius, but I'm not a complete idiot either, and I have the humility to admit that anything is possible because we simply don't know all there is to know in this universe. There are nuts and bolts Sasquatch researchers, and to them, big hairy guys are just a kind of a glorified gorilla, an ape, or a hominid, the belabored Gigantopithecus. But ask yourself this: has there ever been in the history of all mankind an animal, just a regular animal with animal's intellect, that could possibly successfully avoid?
Alright. You want to make sure that you don't have to sew on your Velcro. It is hard. It stops the needle from going. And let's see. This is 5 by 5, if I remember right. 5 by by 5. Okay. Wait. This is 5. This is 11. Duh. Alright, let's see what this right here does. We'll set it down on there, and it holds it. Now you want to make sure you use material that's like a good pocketbook. Oh man, I missed that by 20 miles. That's because of the Velcro. Yep, because of the Velcro. But it works. Alrighty, I'm going to get my other one done. And let's go see if we can check it out and see how well it does. That's what we could do. Alright, we got water, and I got the moth. Move, Cherokee. We're going to squirt it down with water, because I know the baby's going to be playing on it. Get this out of my hand. How's it working? Yeah, working good. It works good. Alright, we'll see you later.